Hello learners, welcome to my YouTube channel Biology Hai Easy where learning is fun. In my previous video we discussed about the structure of prokaryotic cell where we learned that a prokaryotic cell lacks the presence of true nucleus and membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, Golgi Apparatus, lysosome, vacuoles, etc. Today we will be discussing about the structure of eukaryotic cell. So let's start. Both eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cells have three things in common. Both of them have plasma membrane, cytoplasm and ribosomes. Let's see the structure of a eukaryotic cell. Here you can see a model of eukaryotic cell. To be specific, it is a model of an animal cell. Here you can see plasma membrane. It is the outermost covering that separates the content of the cell from its external environment. Plasma membrane is made up of proteins and lipids. Lipids form the bilayer and proteins are of two types, that is integral protein and peripheral protein. Plasma membrane are semi-permeable in nature, that is, it selectively permits the entry or exit of substances in and out of the cell. In addition to plasma membrane, plant cells have another rigid outer covering known as cell wall. Cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. Cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose. Cellulose is a complex substance that provides structural strength to the plants. Here, the yellow portion represents cytoplasm. It is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. Cytoplasm contains many specialized organelles. Each of these organelles perform some specific function for the cell. You might be thinking that what are organelles? Organelles are tiny structures, or we can say these are subcellular substances which have some specific functions to perform for the cell. As human body have different organs like heart, lung, liver, kidney, similarly cells have tiny structures called cell organelles. We all know that eukaryotic cells have a well-defined and membrane-bound structure called nucleus. You can see nucleus here. Together, nucleus and cytoplasm forms protoplasm, which is the living part of the cell. Nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in the year 1831 and it is also known as the brain of cell because it holds all the informations that are needed to conduct various cellular functions. Nucleus has double layered covering which is known as nuclear membrane, and nuclear membrane have numerous pores within its surface that allows the transfer of substances from inside the nucleus to its outside. You can see that there is a dot-like structure within nucleus which I have labeled as Nucleolus. The function of Nucleolus is to synthesize ribosomal RNA. Within nucleus there are chromatin fibers that condenses to form rod-like structures called chromosome during cell division. There are sheets-like structure that are attached to nucleus. These are endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum are of two types. The first one is rough endoplasmic reticulum that is shown here. It is rough because of the presence of ribosomes that are attached to its surface. And the other is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes lipids and rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes protein. Here, the colorful thermocol ball represents ribosome. Ribosome helps in protein synthesis. There are free ribosomes within the cytoplasm and few ribosomes that are attached to endoplasmic reticulum which makes its surface rough and hence it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Here you can see another membrane bound organelle which is labeled as Golgi Apparatus, which was first described by Camillo Golgi. Its function include the storage, modification and packaging of products in vesicle. It is also involved in the formation of lysosome. Lysosomes are membrane-bound sacs filled with digestive enzyme. These enzymes are synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosome functions as the waste disposal system in cell because they help in keeping the cell clean by digesting any foreign material as well as worn out organelles. Lysosome is also known as suicidal bags because they may burst and digest their own cell if the cell is damaged. Here you can see mitochondrion, which is also known as the powerhouse of cell because it synthesizes and releases ATP. ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell because it provides energy to perform various chemical activities that are needed for life. Mitochondria have two membrane covering. The outer membrane is porous and the inner membrane is deeply folded. It is the site of oxidative phosphorylation. Another interesting fact is that mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosomes. Vacuoles are storage sacs for liquid and solid content. Animals have numerous small-sized vacuoles, whereas plant cells have a large central vacuole. Plant cells have pigment-containing membrane-bound organelle called plastid. It is absent in animal cell. Plastids are of three types: Chloroplast, Chromoplast and Leukoplast. Chloroplasts contain a green pigment called chlorophyll which helps in photosynthesis, whereas Chromoplast imparts red, yellow or orange color to any plant because it contains carotene. Leukoplast is a colorless plastid and it helps in storage of carbohydrates or oils and fats or protein. Here you can see a pair of cylindrical organelles that are aligned at 90 degrees, which is labeled as centriole. The function of centriole is to form spindle fibers during cell division. Centrioles are absent in plant cell. Let's sum up today's lesson. In today's lesson, we learned that eukaryotic cell have a well-defined and membrane-bound structure called nucleus. It also has membrane-bound organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, vacuole, and plastids in case of plant cell. In addition to plasma membrane, plant cells have a rigid outer covering known as cell wall that is made up of cellulose. The size of eukaryotic cell ranges from 5 to 100 micrometer. Eukaryotic cell structure is complex and of advanced type. The ribosomes that are found within eukaryotic cell is of 80S type, where the larger subunit is of 60S and the smaller subunit is of 40S type. If you liked my video, then please hit the like button. If you are new to my channel, then do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for future updates. Till then, take care and keep learning in a fun and easy way with Biology Hai Easy.